Yes, people, what's going on? It's the ArmChair Pundit back in the building. Hello, hope everyone is well in the coronavirus, as I always start with, and you're getting on with it and flourishing, let's say. Back again with some football small talk. We've had some Champions League games. We've also got the Europa League today, and I'm just going to go over things with regards to those games, and also with Arsenal Football Club playing tonight. First of all, well, I know you know, we had some Champions League games. We had Manchester City, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Manchester City, this is on Tuesday, by the way. Manchester City running out 4-0 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Yeah, can't see why not, really. They were always going to win that, and they did. They're on form. Is this Pep's year? We'll see. Real Madrid beating Atalanta. 3-1, 4-1 on aggregate. Real Madrid again. I don't think they're doing too well in the La Liga, but you'd expect them to beat Atalanta, and why not? Does that mean those two play in the next round? I don't think it does. That's the round of 16, so I don't think it does. I think the draw is tomorrow on the Friday. We'll see. On the Wednesday again, we had some other Champions League games. We had Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid, and Chelsea running out 3-0 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. So, obviously we all know Atletico Madrid, the drive, the passion that they always show. And a Chelsea with Frank Lampard, would they have sort of, did the job on them without conceding, at least? I don't know. But well done, Chelsea. They're through to the next round, and I'm sure they're looking forward to kicking on. It will be quite interesting if the manager can push Chelsea all the way, and if they lift those big ears, that will be interesting for PSG and for Frank Lampard. But that's another story. Just also remember, PSG are still in the tournament, I believe they are. Bayern Munich beating Lazio 2-1, 6-2 on aggregate. So Bayern Munich also going through, and I think most teams will want to avoid them in the round of 8, up and coming on Friday with the draw. So that's going to be interesting. So the Champions League bubbling up quite nicely. Loads of good teams in there, and hitting form at the right time. So it looks. But Man City, I definitely know, with Pep Guardiola, are it's the one they need. Let's put it that way. So onwards to tonight. We've got all of the Europa League, as you can tell by my lovely backdrop. We're not in the Champions League. We haven't been for some time. We've been in the final of the Europa League, and we all know what happened there. And now we are in the last 16 of the Europa League. Is it last 16 or last 32? Last 16 Europa, and everybody is playing tonight. So, Arsenal, Olympiacos at 5-6 tonight, 3-1 up on aggregate. I'm gonna go into that in a minute. I'm just gonna go through all of the first legs. Dynamo Zagreb, Tottenham 2-0 up aggregate already tonight, 5-6 again. Moabu Granada 2-0 up. Granada, Shakhtar Donetsk, Roma 3-0 up on aggregate already. AC Milan, Manchester United 1-1, massive game tonight, 8 o'clock. So after the first games, we can all kick back and relax and get ready for that one. Massive game for both clubs. Rangers, Sparta Prague, again 1-1. It's a massive game for both of them, I guess. Gerrard looking to state his claim within European football, plus domestically doing very well, and Sparta Prague doing what they do best, which is beat teams like Rangers. So let's see how they get on. Villarreal, Dynamo Kiev, Villarreal already winning 2-0 on aggregate, so well done to them thus far. Ajax and Young Boys 3-0 on aggregate already. All second leg today. If I be honest, apart from Little and just I expect all the guys so I might even put something down for that. I expect them to win the ones, and the 1-1s from first legs. It could go either way, but everybody else who is winning, I expect them to win, including Arsenal. And that leads me on nicely to get on to some small talk with Arsenal Football Club. We've seen all of the news about Aubameyang and what actually happened on the day, and is he okay? Is he able to crack on playing football without being captain? I think the captaincy has come to mind. Hold on. Nice. I think they're all talking about the captaincy and is he going to be captain? And so the small talk suggests today Arsenal are already impressed by what they have seen from Martin Odegaard. Well, it's interesting because we took him on not because he was a Smith Rowe through the Real Madrid Academy, and we weren't sure what he was, because Smith Rowe's come and Saka, we knew he had potential, did we not? So yeah, he's made 10 appearances for us, and Mikel and Edu are both very happy with the Norwegian. He's on loan to the end of the season, and when he, as I was saying to my boys on the 3 pointers, link in the description, I was saying that he's the odd one out. He's got to hit the ground running. Obviously, he's played 10 games, and now we're noticing how much games we've got left. We've got, including the final, should we get there, he's got 9-10 games or whatever. So if he now lights up the rest of the remaining games and he plays a blinder across those games, then why shouldn't we be looking to sign him? On the other hand, why wouldn't Real Madrid look to take him back? So that that's going to be quite interesting to see what we actually do going forward. But he is looking good. As I say, I guess we do like him, Arsenal fans, and obviously the management. Let's have a look. What else we got here? Arsenal football small talk. It's a few bits actually. So Aubameyang again. Going back to Aubameyang, Arteta's had a conversation with him about the captaincy. Now, any retired footballer, any current footballer can tell you, if your disciplinary is not good and you're the captain, I don't need to be semi-pro. I don't need to have any badges or anything. That's just. He's had a chat with him privately after dropping the Gunner captain on the bench for last weekend's 2-1 win over Tottenham. Aubameyang was excluded from the starting 11, put on the bench, and now it's reported they're having a team meeting before Arsenal's North London. They had a team meeting before Arsenal's North London derby against Tottenham, so They've had a meeting. Obviously, the captaincy's come up. I personally think they're going to give it to Kieran Tierney. I think he's the natural replacement. He seems quite like a leader. He doesn't like to wear any thermals. You know, it's going to be given to him. They've tried David Luiz. Is not the guy. You've got a relatively young squad. Kieran Tierney is the obvious answer. It's not Bellerin. It's not Gabriel. It's definitely not Leno. Xhaka had it and he didn't want it. Partey's just got air. You know, the natural person for me is going to be Kieran Tierney. What else we got here? We've got some very interesting reports. There's a lot of talk about transfers. Martinelli, what's Martinelli up to? You know, we haven't seen that guy for how long? Martinelli, you know, we all know that he's a very, very, you know, fresh talent. He's young, he's hungry, he's got all that desire in him. He loves the ball, but we don't see him. So he's reportedly taking on non-compulsory individual sessions to develop his shooting for a centre-forward position. So maybe is that the string attached to this, where we know we're not going to use Lacazette leaves in the summer. Odegaard does not stay. He's leaving. Okay, because if he carries on the way he's going to carry on, or the way we would like him to carry on, let's presume that he's going to leave, and then you've got Pepe, Saka, left and right, or they can interchange. Smith Rowe in the middle. We then sign another 2 players, and those 2 players being one to have cover for Smith Rowe, and another sort of forward-thinking Cedric type player, so the money can be reasonably balanced. I don't know who that player is, but I'm sure the beautiful scouting network that we have will find one. And maybe there's a few more fringe players we might keep, i.e. the what's his name? We've got Willock. I don't know if it will be him. Who's the other guy who plays on the wing behind Saka? Nelson. So Nelson we may keep on to. We've still got Balogun, remember, in the mix. Maybe one of those fringe players will hang on. Now, all of this, bearing in mind, if we don't win the Europa, you know, that dumps us out of the Champions League. We are sitting in 10th position in the Premier League, so that already is difficult to get back in the Europa League, forget about Champions League. So that kind of ties in nicely with him and Aubameyang playing that go, that strike, being that strike force. And then it also allows us to sign 1 or 2 players, maybe the backup to Smith Rowe and another forward. Plus we've got those midfielders hanging on in and around the club. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Nelson, Willock, Balogun. You know, that's 4. You know, I guess if we don't make it through the Europa into the Champions League, that's 4 players you would expect to come back and do a job at some capacity. Elneny will probably stay. We've obviously got Xhaka. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Ceballos. That's one I'm not sure about. Who knows what he will end up doing. He could end up going back. I don't know if we're going to sign him. So again, that 2 players I reckon we're going to sign could be free. But if we don't win the Europa, then the budget for those 2 players are going to be Cedric-esque. So they're going to be, you know, hopefully we get gems with the right age on their side to fit a squad that we're trying to build. Now, if we do win, and Odegaard leaves, then it allows us to dip our toe in the water and spend a bit more money. Because obviously we all know who's in charge of the football club. So we'll have to wait and see there. But Martinelli, if that's what he's up to, that's what he wants to, if that's where he sees himself at the moment, you know, hopefully he can, because he is a good player. We've got him tied down to a 5-year contract anyway. Mohamed Al Neni claims he always sees amazing Arsenal player doing extra training, and I'm guessing he's talking about Smith Rowe. If I'm just specking, but oh god, he sees Lacazette. It's Lacazette. He sees Lacazette doing more training. Lacazette, okay. Again, if we don't make the Europa, he's got a year in his contract. Are they going to give him another contract? So he's apparently doing all this extra training. Apparently, are we going to give Lacazette another? Are we going to say, here's another 3 years? Thank you very much, Lacazette. I forgot to mention that we've also got Willian for another 2. So Willian's already here. So should Odegaard go, Smith Rowe will quite comfortably slot in there, because that's his position anyway. Back up to him. Obviously, then you've got Pepe, Saka, and Martinelli, but I don't think so. I think Martinelli will eventually play the Aubameyang role with a little bit more skill. Martinelli can actually beat a man without pace. The squad's there, but ideally, if we can win the Europa League as we are playing in today, and we can obviously win comfortably and handsomely today. I don't know who we've got in the next round. The draw is tomorrow. Then that would depend on who we can get in the summer, and how who's going to leave, who's going to come in, and to build. Because obviously we're playing okay football, okay-ish football. I say okay-ish in a very sarcastic way, because we are 10th. Even though, have we progressed from last season? Some people would say yes, arguably the process. And then some people are just looking at it and saying, well, listen, we're 10th. It's our lowest position in, black and white telly and all them things, and forget the internet. So, it's a difficult one to break down and analyse too much. However, does it look like there's a little bit of progress within the squad? I guess you have to say yes. It'd be difficult just to be there. No, we've gone backwards. So we'd have to. It all hangs on next season. Next season is I start again. This back end of this season and winning that Europa, it hangs on that. Because if we don't, then with what we've got a shuffle. If we win it, then it allows us to be more expansive. So it's going to be interesting, because I can't see a load of world-class, let's say a load of Partey's coming in, because I've spoken about Cedric. I can't see a load of Partey's coming in if we're not in Europe next season. If Arteta's that persuasive, well, high fives all day long. But I can't see a load of them coming in. On that perspective. So that's it. That's a small talk. I'm going to be doing a watch along. I'm going to be doing the watch along with the 3 pointers a little later with Stapes and Tamias, aka T's, and come on the Arsenal, and let's see if the predictions come in from the Europa League. I said all the teams that are winning should win. Obviously, got some more Champions League next week, and the Premier League will be back for my top 6, bottom 6 tomorrow, and at game week 29. Guys, enjoy your day, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.